today's colors you're going to need are blue. This is just royal. You're going to need a white, black, yellow, and then you're also going to need brown, which I'm just using brown from a project I messed up, so I'm just undoing it here. And you're also going to need a yarning needle and a yarning threader. You're going to need a H crochet hook and some scissors. Alright, so to start with our Minion Cocoon, we want to start with a slip knot. So just going to wrap the yarn around our finger twice, hold the tail into place. I'm going to take the back one to the front, and now the front is now the back one. You're going to take off of your hook, off your finger, slip your hook in and pull tight. Okay, so to get started with this one, alright, so the first thing we want to do is we want to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to slip stitch into the first chain. So you're just going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on your hook. And that makes our magic circle, which is right in the middle. So now we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put 7 double crochets into here. We're going to have 8 total, including the chain. So back into the circle, the middle of the circle, we're going to put 7 double crochets. There's 1. Sorry, to do a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook through the hole, pull 3 yarn through, yarn over through 2, and through 2 again. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 more, making 8 total. And you can see I trap my tail as I go. Now we're just going to pull the tail tight, which closes the hole a little bit. Drop it to the back. Now we're going to slip stitch into the third chain, the third stitch in the chain. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go right in the middle of that and slip stitch. And there you have it. Okay, so for row 2, we're going to chain our 3. After every round, you're going to chain 3. Doesn't matter what round we're on. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch around. So we're going to have to go back into this stitch here where our chain 1 comes out of, and we got to put a second one. Okay, and then we're just going to do 2 in each stitch around. There's 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and you should have 16 double crochets at the end of this round. So there's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So now, at the end of this round, we're going to slip stitch into the beginning, chain 3. 1, 2, 3, right into the middle, and that ends that round. You can see it's already starting to curve. Okay, so we want to push it out the correct way. Okay, so round 3, chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to leave this one. This one counts as its double crochet by itself, and the next stitch we're going to put 2 double crochets. So there's 1 and 2, and now we're going to put 1 double crochet in the next stitch and 2 double crochets in the stitch after that, and that's the pattern. 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochets in the stitch after that. And at the end of this round, you should have 24 double crochets total. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and now we go to 1 and 2, and at the end of this round you should have 2 double crochets as your last stitch. If you do not, then you've messed up. 1 and 2, 1, next one is 2, oops, and the next one is 1, and our last stitch should be 2 double crochets together, and it is 1 and 2. Again, we're going to slip stitch into the third chain, the third stitch from the chain 3. 1, 2, and 3, right in the middle. And that ends that round. I'm going to chain up 3, and we're going to do 2 double crochets by themselves, and then 2 double crochets together in the same stitch. So there's the pattern for this round. 1, 2 double crochets alone in 2 stitches, and then 2 together. So let's do it one more time, and then I'll let you do it on your own. So there's 1, 2, now 2 double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2. So just go ahead and finish that pattern around, and when we meet at the end of that round, you should have 32 double crochets total. Okay, so I just finished that, and my last stitch should be 2 double crochets in there together, and if you look, 1, 2, it is 2 double crochets together. Together, I mean in the same stitch, not decreasing or increasing. Okay, so we're just going to slip stitch into the top, 1, 2, and 3, and that ends that round. So we're going to chain up our 3, and now we're going to do 3 double crochets by themselves, and then 2 double crochets, and then the 4th stitch. So there's our 1, because the chain 3 counts. So here's 2, and just kidding, and 3. Now the 4th stitch should be 2 double crochets in there together. 1, 2. So again, we have 1 double crochet by themselves in the next 3 stitches. In the 4th stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets in there together. So there's 1, 2, 3. 4th stitch, 2 together. Okay, so go ahead and keep doing that all the way around, and at the end of that round, you should have 40 double crochets total. Okay, so I just finished my 4th row. Now I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. And then what I like to do is chain up 1, cut my yarn, move that one out of the side since we're done with it. Okay, and now we need our yellow. So what I like to do, because I chained up the 1, what you're going to do is just pull the yarn through, tighten it, reinsert your hook where that one left off. Okay, make a slip knot, put it on your hook, pull that through. Yes, it looks awkward, but don't worry, it'll look fine when we're done. Chain up 3, 2, 3. And then I like to yarn over when I do my first double crochet, I like to cover that one up. So there's 1. Okay, and then we're just going to drop those to the back and weave them in later. So for the next 8 rows, we're going to continue what we did the last 4 rounds. Just 1 double crochet in each hook around, or each stitch around. And then at the end of that 8th row, we're going to change colors again. So you should have 64 double crochets at the end of every row, and we will meet back up to change colors to black. So have your black yarn ready and waiting. Okay, so I just finished my 8th row, and I'm just going to slip stitch into the top. of the chain 3. Okay, then I'm going to chain 1, cut my yellow, and pull that through and tighten. Okay, here's what it looks like so far. Now we're going to attach the black. So going in the same section where we just left off, we're going to go right back into the stitch. Okay. We're going to grab our black, make a slip knot. Okay, we're going to yarn it through and we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then we're just going to single crochet in every stitch around, like we've been doing basically. Except we're doing it with a different color. We're only going to do this for 4 rounds with the black. And then we are going to change back to the yellow. Okay, so I just finished the 3rd row. 4 rows is going to be too much, so you only want to do 3 rows of black. So 3 rows of black. Do not do 4, it's too much. Going back into the stitch where you left off, we're going to make a slip knot. Okay, put it on our hook, pull through, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, just like we did before. So we are just going to continue to double crochet around for 8 rows. After the 8th row, we should only have 64 double crochets. And then after that, we are done with the cocoon itself. And we just have to make the eye, which should be pretty fun. So let's go ahead and finish up these 8 rounds of double crochet in each stitch around for a total of 64 double crochets. And I will meet you back here when I have that done. Okay, so I just finished my 8th row, so I'm just going to go slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I'm going to chain 1. Cut a good tail here because we do want to make sure we're weaving the ends in really well. We are done with the yellow. Okay, so we are done with the cocoon itself at this point. Give me a second, I'll show you what it looks like. Here's the cocoon. There's the cocoon. So we have gray here, Gray Mist from I Love This Yarn. And I have some white by I Love This Yarn. And I have I Love This Yarn brown, which we'll also need. Now the brown is from a project I screwed up on, so I'm just reusing it. We're going to start with our normal slip knot. Okay. I'm going to chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to slip stitch into that the third chain from the hook. Chain up 2, and that's going to count as your first half double crochet, and we need a total of 10 in there, so you need to put 9 more. So here's 1, okay, so I'm sorry, a half double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook, yarn, pull the yarn through, and then you go through all 3. Okay, so there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Double count, make sure you have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so we're going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space. So there's 1 and 2, and then we're going to pull that tight. Now we are done with the brown, so go ahead and cut off and pull it through. Back into the stitch here. It's so difficult to see it. Back into here, and we're going to attach our white. So we're just going to form a slip knot. Pull it tight, pull it through, chain up 2, 1 and 2, nice and tight. Okay, and then again, like we did before, we're just going to seal that into place. And we're going to put 2 half double crochets around in each stitch, kind of like we did before with the cocoon. Move my yarn, it's being a wee bit stubborn. So we're just going to put 2 in each, and at the end of that we should have 20 half double crochets. Okay, so it just finished my 2 half double crochet in each stitch around. Now we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first half double crochet. And looks like I need to pull this shut a little better. Okay, so now we're going to chain up 2, and we're going to put 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. 1 and 2, and then 1 half double crochet in the next. 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. Oh crap. Okay, 1 half double in the next. 2 following that one. 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. And then 2. And then you get the pattern. You're going to do 1 and then 2, 1 and then 2. Okay, and I'm coming up on the end, and we should end with an increase like before when we were doing the cocoon. Then we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first half double crochet, and that ends our white round. So we're going to chain up 1, cut a tail, pull through, reinsert our hook underneath that, and then we're going to attach our gray. Chain 2, 1 and 2. Then we're going to 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, 2 into the stitch after that. So you can see the pattern is 1 half double in the next stitch, 1 half double in the second stitch, and 2 in the next stitch. So you're going to do 2 half double crochets by themselves, and then 2 half double crochets together. Okay, so I'm coming back around to the end, and I should end with an increase, which is 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. We're going to slip stitch to the top we're going to chain up 1. This time you want to cut a nice sized tail since you will be weaving this in onto your pattern. Okay, clear these out of the way. Then we're just going to pull up on that nice long tail. Okay, so there's a little eyeball. Okay, so we want to start by cutting some of these other tails off. Go ahead and adjust the camera. So I know this one's weaved in pretty good because it's in there. This one we only put in 2, I believe. 3. That's weaved in good. Next one is weaved in really, really well. Okay. So now we just have our really long tail. And the eye is going to go right in the middle, like so. See? So, here's what we have to do with that. We need to get our yarning needle, and I like to use this tool here, and it helps get the yarn through the needle without any stress. It took me a while to figure out how to use this stinking thing. Okay, and I actually might cut this a little smaller because it's going to get tangled as I weave it. So I'm going to cut it to here. Alright, so I like to start by going under the first where I made my knot to kind of hide the knot away. Okay. And then you carefully want to go into one of the black stitches here. So you want to make sure it's center first too. And right there's perfect. And then you're just going to, okay, so we're just pulling it through. Like I said, to the closest stitch there. And then you have to be careful not to go through the other side of your cocoon or you'll end up closing it. So now we're going to go back through, making sure to pull super tight just to make sure it's secure. And I'm just going to go through the gray stitches here. I'm not going to go through any of the middle or anything like that. If the gray is secure, then the eye is going to stay on there. So just go ahead and keep weaving or keep sewing your eye onto your pattern, and then we'll be done. And here's the finished project. Our Minion Cocoon. You can also use the newborn crochet hat video that I have linked in the description below to make a hat for this cocoon. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more great crochet tutorials, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!